Well, this week's installment of Weird and Wonderful West Texas. Christina Smallwood had left this story a couple of times. Just kind of tell us briefly what happened.
Well, from what I understand, about 20 years ago or so, there was a man that was in Slaton that murdered his wife and his kids. And he had gotten into his Camaro and drove it down there into the canyon area and drove it off one of the cliffs to commit suicide.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we had seen the guardrail damage out there, and that's what sparked our interest because we didn't know what was going on. A couple of years down the road, we were just out there messing around, having, good time out there, and it was late at night. We saw this car. We thought, well, maybe it was one of the farmers coming by or something, seeing what we were out there. And the way it was going is it's an old dirt road, and it was the same kind of Camaro that guy had, and he was driving along, and the inside of the car looked like he had the interior lights on, but then it went under the road right there like it was going down underground, and even the ground was lit up from underneath, and it just kept going down until it faded out.
Now I have to ask you, were y'all drinking? Were you smoking a little wacky weed or anything?
We don't smoke weed, but we don't drink that much either.
Okay, all right.
But after that, we almost did. I'm not kidding. We were both looking at each other like we didn't know if we need to get out of here or what, or which way to go.
Now, something actually happened weird with your boyfriend's vehicle at this time on the road.
It did. He had one of those the trucks that had the old odometer, tachometer dials.
Like the dial, right?
Correct. And then the dial started going crazy. The battery looked like it was going like it was totally drained, and everything was just going all weird. And then when we finally got out of there, it all went back to normal, like nothing happened.
How bizarre. Kind of like Close Encounters.
So pretty much.
Sounds like you had one.
I wonder.
So I've heard stories about this incident and people running into the ghost Camaro, but I have never talked to someone who had personally encountered this kind of occurrence, and it is super creepy. Have you ever gone back out there?
We have, but we haven't seen it as often. Now, every now and then we'll see like taillights out there, but we don't know if it's just other people that are out there or if it might be that.
Gotcha.
There was one other night, there was a late summer night, and we were coming where the windmill is up on the other side with the mountain set up, and there was a huge fire out there. And we thought, well, maybe we need to try to call it in or something, or maybe somebody's already called it by now, as big as it was. We waited around for a little while to see if maybe the fire trucks could see us because it was so far out in the country. Nobody showed up, and it was getting worse, so we thought we just better get out of there. So next day we decided to see what was going on, survey, how bad it was. It looked like there was not even a burn.
Really?
Everything was all solid, great, like it didn't even happen.
Like Ghost Rider came through there or something.
Right. I mean, we both felt it, we both saw it, and it just, like, nothing ever happened out there.